Yeah.
So for you, I've talked to you several times. We've communicated. You like to cook.
Yes.
All right. So tell me about that.
Oh man, that's a passion that came. Like I mean, I've always been around cooking because, like, I mean, Caribbean, like we've been on that for like ever since we were young. But like the real passion, um, really came in like I think it's mid 20s maybe. Um, I was still doing the beat thing and everything, but then I used to go to this one cousin all the time. Like I always been a foodie, always loved to eat, right? I knew some of the inner workings of whatever, some recipes or whatever, but it wasn't like that deep, you know? So I used to keep going to my cousin's house and we would chill, whatever, just have some drinks or whatever. And every time we would ask, like, what are we gonna eat? And then my first go-to was always like, yo, let me just order something. I mean, order something. But he would be like, yo, let's make something from scratch. And I'd be like, nah, man, just order. Then eventually one day, um, I think it was time to order, but something came up and we didn't get to order. So we actually made our own food or whatever. We made chicken and rice, and then I was like, "Yo, wait a minute! Like, I'm kind of enjoying the vibe of this. It's just like making beats or creating music, right? This is fusing elements together and then like creating a dope dish or a dope like whatever. It's like a record, basically.
It's that
So
feeling, it's that feeling of creating, right? And being
exactly,
able to produce something and putting it together, huh?
exactly. So eventually, it started out with one spice. Then we went out and like I kept buying different spices. And I ended up coming up with this one recipe that maybe I plan to put out one day. It's called like the world chicken. It has like at least 15 or 16 spices,
Really?
seasonings. Yeah. Um, and it like embodies spices from the Caribbean to spices from Asia to spices from like the Middle East.
Cause he threw me off. Ain't the plane so high, sleeping in the sky. Let me shine, It's the type of niggas causing trouble. Traveling the world, I'm trying to get the money. My passport, my music, grandma gonna get the luggage.
And
So I don't
in
want
the
to know your whole process when you're doing that, but when you're creating a spice like that with 15 different spices, is it less or more of each one to make it kind of bring out the flavor?
Yeah, to begin, at first it was just throw whatever together or whatever, and then eventually you get kind of like an idea of like how much to use, right? Um, so it's just basically like a dash of each.